Hello guys, so welcome to my channel. In the previous session we discussed about what is Chrome 115 issue due to some location change by Chrome in downloading the driver. What is Chrome for testing browser, which is recently introduced by Chrome community to dedicatedly run the test cases on the dedicated Chrome browser, which is specific to the automation people only, okay, automation developers or automation QAs, okay. Then we discussed about how to run Chrome for testing, or we can say how to run the UI automation cases on the Chrome for testing browser in the Selenium form. Okay, so now in this session we are going to discuss about how to run automation test cases on Chrome for testing browsers in Selenium 3 using Webdriver Manager. So in Selenium we don't have Selenium Manager, so we have some provision which is Webdriver Manager, okay, which is responsible for downloading the driver. So before we move on, I'll be sharing the link of all three sessions in the description, like what is Chrome 115 issue, what is Chrome for testing browser, which is recently introduced by Chrome community, and how to run test cases in the Selenium form on the Chrome for testing browser. Okay. So now moving on to the code side. Okay, so as I mentioned, WebDriver Manager has recently introduced a new version which is 5.4.1. So this is the dependency that we need to download. If you notice, the Selenium version which I am using is 3.141.51, which is the traditional version, or which is the previous version of Selenium, as we have 4.11.0 is the latest version of Selenium. Okay, so now I'm going to this code, right? So if you notice, this is the traditional way, or the way we download the dependency or driver, we can say, at particular location. So I'll be discussing about where it downloads, right? So this is Chrome options that we use to provide for the Chrome driver. Okay, so this is the location where this WebDriver Manager, or in case of Selenium 3, and Selenium Manager in case of Selenium 4, downloads the driver. Okay, but Selenium Manager has capability to download the Chrome for testing browser as well, whereas in WebDriver Manager there is no such capability. Okay, so by default, when I will try to run this particular test case, or this run this particular test case, so what will happen? It will use my regular Chrome browser as like Selenium 4, okay, which is 115 in my case. So I'll just show you once you will see, once it got downloaded, right? So I have introduced some sleep as well, thread.sleep, to showcase that the execution is really happening. Okay, so if you notice, this is Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. So I'll show you when I'll be running it against the Chrome for testing browser. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to the location where it downloads the driver. Okay, so this is the location where it downloads the driver. So in my case, I told you that I have 115.0.5790, which I can just show you, right? So let me show you what is the version in my system. It is 115.0.5790, which is same as the driver which got downloaded, right? But what if I want to test or execute my UI test cases against a specific version of Chrome, that is Chrome for testing browser? Okay, so WebDriver Manager has introduced one thing, which is browser version. Okay, herein, for example, if I want to execute my test cases, let us say on 116, so what I need to do, I need to use browser version method prior to setup. Okay, herein I need to provide 116. Okay, so I'm going to now provide 116 value here, and then things won't stay here only. If I'll now run, it will again throw me error because I don't have 116 installed in my system, and WebDriver Manager is not capable of downloading the browser binary as like Selenium 4 or Selenium Manager, right? In Selenium 4, Selenium Manager, I mean, right? So if you look at it, it is saying session not created, and Chrome browser only supports Chrome version 116, right? The current Chrome driver supports the previous version. That is the reason. So in order to do that, what you need to do, first we need to navigate to this particular location, which is Chrome for dashboard. I'll be sharing this particular link as well. I have already shared it in the previous videos. I need to go to this 116. So these are the binaries, that is Chrome for testing browser binaries, and these are the drivers, respective driver. So what you need to do, you need to either download 32 or 64, and you need to copy it. You need to paste it here and download it, right? In my case, I have already downloaded it. So this is the location where I have downloaded it. So this is 116 only. So if I hover over this exe, if you notice, this is the exe, right? And this is Google Chrome for testing, and the file version is 116 something, right? If you observe, okay. Now what I need to do, I have one line which I have already commented, right? So already used in the code. So what I'm going to do, I'm now going to add this particular line of code, and I need to, along with providing this 116 version, I need to provide the binary location as well. Okay, so this is the location where I have downloaded the Chrome for testing browser binary. Okay, and now if I'll run my test case, what will happen, I'll show you. If you will observe, this is Chrome for testing p116.0.5845.62, which is a automated testing, is only for the automated testing. For regular browsing, it is saying use the standard browser. So this is what I wanted to show, like how to run the test cases in Chrome for testing browser. Okay. So if you observe, I'm just hovering it. So the icon of this Chrome for testing browser and the standard browser is quite different, right? So this is it for today. For interesting topics, I'll be like sharing further videos. Please stay connected. Thank you.